I'm Dr. Rakesh Prakash, Associate Professor, Amity School of Communication, Amity University, Noida. So, we are going to discuss about the newsroom of the television channel. So, there are so many people, and there are so many designation and the structure of the newsroom according to the size of the channel. So, normally in the newsroom, lot of people are working as per the nature of work or as per the occasion. Suppose during the mega event like the budget, like the election, like the counting day or some other kind of events, different journalists are working in a different way. But during the routine kind of telecast or routine kind of work, journalists are working as per the task allocated to different people within the newsroom. So, for that purpose they are using the service of different kind of desk for the different kind of time slot for the different kind of work. So, normally in the news channel people are channels are producing different kind of program. They are producing news content in the form of news bulletin, news content in the form of news show or the news program, or some kind of a specialized program on the basis of the different kind of day to day event. So, for the purpose of news content, normally they are producing the program or producing the news bulletin. So, before giving the detailed information about the hierarchy of the news channel, I am just going to explain you the basic difference between the news show and the news bulletin. So, for the purpose of news bulletin, channels are selecting the news story or news story from different part of the country on the basis of news value, on the basis of importance, on the basis of relevance, on the basis of national interest, or on the basis of TRP. So, these are the criteria for selecting the news story for the news bulletin. But for the news program, they are selecting or they are producing the news program on the basis of any burning issue of the day or any highly important issue of the day. And in the news program, they are trying to produce the news program on a particular topic, on a particular subject, and trying to explain or trying to describe the different aspect or the major aspect of that particular issue. So, in the news bulletin, they are selecting different kind of news story from different part of the country on the basis of relevance, importance, news value, and the national interest and the TRP. And in the news show or the news program, they are producing the news content on the burning issue of the day and trying to elaborate, trying to discuss and describe about the different aspect or the major aspect of that particular issue. So, this is the basic difference between the news bulletin and the news program. Now we are going to discuss about the structure of the newsroom. So, in the newsroom, the head of the whole channel or the channel is headed by the editor in chief or the editor or the managing editor. So, these are the top notch people of any particular channel. After that, the whole newsroom is divided into three important part. One is called input, another one is called output, and the third one is called programming desk. But mainly output is responsible for the operation of 90% of the news bulletin in any particular channel. So, for that purpose, output, input, and programming, these are playing the important role in the operation of the news bulletin. So, output is basically responsible for producing variety of input or producing variety of output or variety of program or the news show as per the different kind of input coming during the 24-hour time slot. But at the same time, input is responsible for the purpose of collecting and for the purpose of coverage of news story from different part of the country. So input and output both are working in a very close coordination and very coordinated manner to produce the content. So input is providing the information, or input is sharing the information with the help of the network of reporters from different part of the country, and on the basis of the input provided by the input team, output is producing the different kind of show. Now I am just going to discuss about the different kind of designation related with the input. So the head of the input team is known as input editor. After that, chief of bureau, then bureau chief, then senior special correspondent, then special correspondent, then correspondent, and after that there is a reporter and then trainee reporter. In the similar way, for the output desk, the head of the whole output is known as output editor, then senior executive producer. After that, executive producer, then deputy executive producer, then senior producer, then associate producer, assistant producer, production executive, and then trainees. So these are the certain designations related with the input as well as the output desk. Yeah, in certain channels, they are using some different kind of, especially in the government organization, they are using the different kind of designations, but in the private sector, as per the size of the organization, they are using some different kind of designations. So for the example, in certain channels they are using the terminology like the head of production. They are using in some channel they are using the designation of panel producer. In some channels they are using the designation of a studio director. So it's depend upon the channel to channel, and mainly they are using slightly different kind of designation and the name of different positions, but nature wise or the nature of work is similar in nature. Now they are designation wise there may be some kind of difference in terminology, but work wise they are doing the similar kind of work. So on the output desk, the main task is related with producer, or related with the rundown producer, or related with the show producer, or related with the shift in charge. So these are the key persons who are actually and practically responsible for running the channel. So in any shift, so they are all of you know that they are working in a shift wise manner. So most of the channels are running 3 to 4 shift for different kind of show or the program. So one is called morning shift, mid shift, evening shift, and the night shift. So these 4 shifts they are usually they are allocating, or they are allocating to different people for the purpose of different kind of programs. So as per the nature of input, or as per the flow of news they are receiving from different part of the country, they are trying to use the maximum workforce during the time slot of 12 to 9. So for the purpose of news channels, they are using maximum workforce during the mid shift. Mid shift means 12 to 9, and yeah, obviously they are also using certain group of producer for the morning shift, certain group of producer for the evening shift, but yes, they are using the maximum resources of the human force, or the team of producers. They are using maximum team of producer to produce the program between the 12 to 9, and in a particular shift they are using the service of around 5 to 6 producer. For the example, I am just going to start from the morning shift. So in the morning shift they are using the group of 5 to 6 producer to produce the bulletin, and normally to produce the bulletin they are allocating, they are giving the time frame of around 3 to 4 hours. So it's a kind of challenge for the producer to produce the content or to produce the program within the duration of 3 to 4 hours. So for that purpose they are producing the content as per the time slot. All of you know that in the morning slot it's very difficult to produce the program based upon the fresh story, because in the morning we don't have lot of fresh story. We have very limited number of fresh story during the morning shift, or especially before 10 o'clock. So during 6 to 10, it's a kind of challenge for the morning team to produce the fresh contents. So because of that, we are trying to change the format of the story. We are trying to present the story in a different manner, or for that purpose we are changing the format, because we are facing crunch of fresh story, especially during the morning slot, and because of that we are changing the format, or we are changing the anchor link, or we are changing the mode of presentation to present the story in a new manner. So these are the basic thing we are using during the bulletin to present the content in a more innovative way, or in a more creative way. And after 10, yes, we are receiving different kind of story, because reporters from, as per the timing, in winter we are facing lot of problem. Yes, in the summer we are receiving the fresh kind of story from different part of the country from 9 o'clock, but in winter we are receiving the fresh kind of story after 10 o'clock. So these are the certain criteria, and accordingly we are trying to design the different kind of content as per the format. So we are running 2-3 kind of format for the morning bulletin, and after that we are presenting the content according to the nature of a story. So after the designation, the shift in charge is allocating the story to different producer, and as per the format they are allocating the time slot, and accordingly they are starting the process of producing the content. So in the newsroom, people are again, television is a teamwork, and without the coordination and the cooperation between the different team members, it's very difficult to manage, and it's very difficult to produce the program as per the given time frame. So for that purpose, again producers are coordinating with the assignment desk or the coordination desk. Producers are coordinating with the assistant and the associate producer to manage different kind of work. In the similar way, they are also coordinating with the promo team, they are coordinating with the graphics team, they are coordinating with the library, because most of the time they are facing the issue of scarcity of the footage, and nowadays people are using the maximum possible aspect in the news bulletin or the news program. They are using maximum possible aspect. So for that purpose, yeah, it's mandatory for the producer to incorporate all kind of relevant video footage. Sometimes they are using the archive footage, sometimes they are using the file footage, sometimes they are using the graphical elements, sometimes they are using the actual footage, but in case of any kind of scarcity of footage, or it's the footage or the shots or the relevant kind of information in the shots depends upon the nature of a story. If the story is related with the police and crime, then it's very difficult to record, capture or produce each and everything visually on the television screen, because police are, most of the time police are not sharing all kind of footage, all kind of details due to the investigation related issues. But yes, if the story is political, if the story is related with the rally or the some kind of public gathering or some kind of protest march, in that scenario, yes, we have the suitable kind of footage, and reporters are also sharing their own PTC as per the relevance and the importance. Earlier we were trying to use the PTC, to show the strength or the network of the reporters on the channel, but now because we have the live technology, so instead of connecting or presenting the any particular aspect of the news through the PTC, we are using the live telecast for the directly sharing the same thing with our viewers. But in certain scenario, still we are using the PTC. For the example, to connect the two different aspect of the story, and if we don't have the suitable kind of shots to connect part A with the part B, in that scenario, yes, we are using the PTC. For the example, if the one part of a story is related with the Leh and Ladakh or the Galwan Valley or similar kind of places, and the another part of the story is related with the North Block or the South Block or the with the meeting of the Cabinet Committee on the Security. So, meeting on the cabinet committee of the security is going on in the north or the south block, and we do not have the footage, or we do not have the suitable kind of shots. And the another part is relative to the Leh and Ladakh or similar kind of border areas. In that scenario, how we will connect the one part of the story with the another part of the story without the suitable kind of footage. So, for that purpose, we are using the PTC of the reporter with the proper background. With the proper background means, if our reporters are giving the PTC from the north block, in that scenario, yes, we can present the news with more authenticity. We can claim, we can say, yes, our reporters are on the ground. So, yes, in certain or in such type of scenario, it is mandatory for us to use the PTC. Otherwise, we are normally not using the PTC for the purpose of bulletin or the program. Yes, in case of live or in case of similar kind of situation, we are using the PTC in our news bulletin or the news program. Yes, for the purpose of any kind of analytical program, for the purpose of any kind of analytical program, nowadays we are giving more relevance and the importance to the research based input. Instead of taking the analysis through the reporters, or analyzing the news with the help of reporters and the anchors and the guests, we are trying to use some kind of data, some kind of statistics, some kind of information in a chronological manner. So, with the help of all these things, we are trying to show the news content or the program or the bulletin in a more meaningful way or in a more analytical way, instead of trying to use the service of reporter or the anchor to analyze each and everything. Suppose if we are using the data analytics, so for that purpose we are using the content based on the research from the authentic sources, and to present each and everything on the screen, we are using creative types of graphics, we are using animated graphics, we are using some better kind of input in the form of chart or similar kind of graphical element, and trying to show each and everything in a meaningful way to create more impact on the viewers for the purpose of authenticity as well as trust of viewers. So, we are nowadays we are trying to present the content with more input in a more meaningful way, and trying to show the content in a more authentic way. So, we are using all kind of parameters, we are using all kind of input, we are using all kind of technology to present the show, and for that purpose, yes, reporters are trying to use their maximum kind of information, and producers are also trying to formulate, trying to design the script in a more interesting way, so that they can engage the viewers, or they can increase the numbers in the TRP chart. So, because of all these things, they are following a different kind of parameters, they are following a different kind of design, and they are trying to use the different kind of input related with the news content, related with the graphical element, related with the visual element, and sometimes they are using the emotions, feelings, sometimes they are using the action based shots, sometimes they are using the ambience based shots, sometimes they are using the up sound, sometimes they are using some other important kind of audio or video elements, sometimes they are using some special kind of montage or the news sting. So, the overall purpose of the all kind of efforts is to produce the program in a more meaningful way, to produce the program in a more interesting way. So, these are the criteria producers are using in the news bulletin, in the news show, to engage the viewers, or to produce the news content to secure the better kind of viewership in terms of the TRP. So, these are the basic thing people are using in their news bulletin for the purpose of producing the content. Now, one more important thing, for the purpose of suppose if you wanted to present the any particular bulletin or any particular news program based on the investigative story, or if you don't have the suitable kind of shots, in that scenario how will you manage the situation? So, now we have the facility of a non-linear editing system, we have the facility of digital video effects, and we have the facility of archival footage, we have the facility of file footage, we have the facility of graphics and animation. So, now it is very easy to manage and to present the news content in a more meaningful way in case of scarcity of sorts. And for the purpose of for the purpose of managing the bulletin, now channels are also using the format based news bulletin. Earlier there was flat bulletin or the news bulletin or the news program, but now they are also using the one more style of news bulletin, that is called format based news bulletin. For the example fast and fact, for the example top 10 bulletin, or for the example super fast news or the 100 news. So, if you do not have the footage and you wanted to include the a lot of information or the lot of bulletin or the latest update, for the example suppose IPL is going on or some similar kind of event is going on, and you do not have the permission to use the footage or use the image or similar kind of situation because of the telecast right and all. In that scenario, yes, you can use all kind of information with the suitable kind of file footage or with the suitable kind of still images in your news bulletin in a format based bulletin. So, if you are running the format based bulletin, you can use all these things in a very smart way with the help of file footage or the still images from your library. So, you have the option in case of suppose most of the time people are, you have the facility of sharing the content, you have the facility of information through the news agencies. So, you have the facility, but in case of due to telecast right or due to some other kind of restrictions and foundation, if you are not able to share the news in your news bulletin or the program, in that scenario you can use the format based bulletin, 100 news or the super fast news or the top 10 news, and in that in such type of news bulletin you can use the file footage, you can use the still images in a very smart way, and to produce the same content or to produce the information or the bulletin and to engage your viewers with the updated kind of information. So, all these kind of tools and the technique channels are using to engage their viewers in a better way or in a smart way, and now is a part of the daily routine to produce such type of bulletin. So, channels are producing mainly three types of shows. One is called news bulletin, another one is called news program, and the third one is called format based news bulletin. Format based means top 10, top 100, super fast, fast and fact, and similar kind of news show. News bulletin we have already discussed, and the news program is mainly based upon the any hard hitting topic or the burning issue of the day, and in that type of program they are discussing about the major aspect or the different aspect of the news bulletin or the news program. Now, we are going to discuss about the operation of news, how reporters are sharing the information from the different part of the country, and they are reporter. There are two category of reporter. One is called stringer and the second one is called reporter. The major difference between the stringer and the reporters are they are basically reporters are working on the payroll basis, but stingers are working on the story based payment system. So, both are doing the similar kind of work, but reporters are receiving, or the channel is providing the better kind of facility to the reporters because they are working on the salary basis, and stingers are also doing the same kind of thing, but because they are providing, or they are covering and sharing the news from the rural, remote, or the coastal border areas. Because of that, channel is paying the stingers on the basis of the number of a story they are sharing with the headquarters. So, these are the basic difference between the stringer and the reporters. So, now we are going to discuss about one more thing, that is called assignment or the coordination desk. Assignment or the coordination desk means coordination desk is known as connecting link between the different departments of the channel. Assignment and the coordination desk is known as the connecting link between the different departments of the channel, and they are fulfilling the demand or the requirement of the every department. Suppose reporters are working in the field, or reporters are facing any kind of issue or the problem related with the any story. In that scenario, they will inform the reporters, or they will share the information with the coordination and assignment desk, and assignment desk will manage the situation with the help of local authority, or with the help of any support system to resolve the issue. So, if reporter is facing the problem, reporter is connecting or sharing their problem with the assignment desk, as it is the responsibility of the assignment desk to provide the solution of the problem. In case of any kind of issue or the problem, a producer or the news desk is facing any kind of issue or the problem related with any problem, or related with any kind of issue with any specific story, it is the duty of the producer to inform the assignment. Assignment will discuss the issue with the reporters, and they will ask the reporter to provide the some additional kind of footage, additional kind of information, and accordingly it is the duty of the assignment desk to share the same thing with the news desk. So, assignment or the coordination desk is working as a connecting link within the channel with different department, and they are assignment desk is coordinating during the bulletin. Assignment desk is coordinating with the PCR, assignment desk is coordinating with the news desk, assignment desk is coordinating with the graphics for sharing any kind of document or the pics for the purpose of producing a suitable kind of graphics. Assignment is coordinating with the facility team, assignment is coordinating with the camera team, assignment is coordinating with the OB or the DSNG team for the purpose of facilitating the live telecast or the live program. So, all these things are all these things it's the duty of the assignment to facilitate, to coordinate, and to provide the solution of all kind of problem faced by different team. And this is the way, and this is the process within the news channels. Everybody is connected, or everybody is raising their concern, and assignment and the coordination team is trying to resolve the issue or the problem of each and every department with the help and support of different kind of facility or the different kind of support system within the channel. So, this is the way of working of the news channel. So, news channels are coordinating, cooperating, and working in a team manner, and trying to help and support with different team, including the post production team, including the VT editing team, including the team of producer, including the people who are working in the PCR, people who are working in the MCR, people who are working in the field, or people who are supporting and supporting for the technical aspect, or the people who are coordinating and cooperating with the coordination team or with the technical team. So, all types of team within the channels are working together and helping and supporting with each other, and trying to finish the task within the given time frame to produce the program in a well mannered way, in a meaningful way. So, thank you.